That was Soulkiller by Dimi Kaye, the titular track from the EP that he just released, Soulkiller. And my guest of the hour is Dimi Kaye. Hello, sir.
Hello, Kaarin. Thank you for having me. Hey.
Yeah, thanks for being my guest. Finally, it's about time I had you on, honestly.
It's a pleasure.
So Soulkiller.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this new album, this new EP.
Thank you.
6 tracks. Cyberpunk inspired, metal inspired. I love it.
Yes, actually, it was the hype behind the game Cyberpunk 2077. I wanted to play that game, I was waiting for that game, and I was listening to music like that. I was watching films that were similar to that vibe. Because I have a YouTube channel and I need to create music or upload a video once per week, when I don't have a video, I usually create tracks from scratch, from nothing. And those 6 tracks were created for that reason, inspired by Cyberpunk 2077.
Awesome.
And at some point I thought, okay, they sound similar in vibe. I need to connect them in some way, besides that I created them for the game. So I wrote a story that is based on the movie Hackers and a short essay that it's being mentioned in the movie, which is one of my favorite movies ever.
Oh, cool. Hackers. I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I haven't seen Hackers.
Really? Wow.
Really? I'll put it on the list. I have a list. I have a long list.
It's so fun. It's so cool. Yeah. It doesn't have to do with real hackers, yeah, but what it shows is not a reality, but as a movie is a beautiful film.
So the credits on Bandcamp under this EP say that Dimi Kaye did, quote, pretty much everything, which I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
Who did what else? I guess besides the artwork. Did somebody do the artwork?
No, I did the artwork too. I did everything.
You did the artwork?
Yes, and this is what happens. When I have a release that I think it's a proper release, I try to work with proper artists, yeah, and pay them properly and whatever you can do. I save money for that reason. As it happened for this release, my artist, the guy that I was working with, was filled with work and couldn't do it. So I went to the next place I know, free pictures that have no copyright. I found one that I liked. I photobusted it, mixed it, and made it something that hopefully fits with the vibe. And the music, yeah, it's me. Everything is me.
Of course it is. So I gotta ask, you're very well known for your guitar and collabing with your guitar skills. Was the guitar your first instrument?
Yes, I don't consider myself a producer still. I learn, I become better in producing, but first and foremost, I believe I'm better at guitar than producing music, mixing and stuff. But I love both. I love doing both and learning about both. I started with the guitar, I got into music because I loved playing the guitar, and back in 2013 I discovered synthwave, so I started learning about production too.
Oh, very cool. Do you remember who some of your favorite synthwave producers were in 2013?
The soundtrack for the game Hotline Miami. Whatever it's on there, I love it. And after that, immediately after that, I discovered Hotline Miami, then the music that it had, which I was like, wow, what is this? I searched on forums, people said that this is called synthwave. I searched all over the place. First thing I stumbled upon was Laserhawk after that. And he's my bae. I love his work, his old stuff. Yeah, it's beautiful. And after that, I discovered everyone in the scene, got involved in groups with other producers. It was fun back then as it is right now. It still keeps that thing, that it's a fun scene to be in it. You hear great music, you meet great people, you have opportunities, and most of all, you're having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. You might be the most collabed with guitarist in the scene right now.
Probably. I don't know about that. But I like that more metalheads are getting into synthwave.
Yeah, me too. I don't normally listen to metal on its own, but ever since synthwave, all this metal-infused synthwave is really roping me in. Between you and like Megatronics, the vocal.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Were you a big metal fan?
Yeah. I'm mostly a metalhead, and now a synthwaver too. It's those two go hand by hand, but metal is my first real love. It's why I touched the guitar for the first time. I listened to a song by Iron Maiden, and I was like, "What?" Exactly like synthwave. I was like, "What is this? Is this an electric guitar? Why is it playing so beautifully?" And after that, I got into heavy metal, extreme metal, whatever metal has to offer. I picked a guitar, I started learning because I'm self-taught, and many metalheads are self-taught, and I think that's a very nice thing that metal music does. You want to get in a band, you want to start playing music, even if you don't have a teacher or you can't afford a teacher, which makes people musical. I think that if I had if I could afford a teacher back then, I would save like 10 years from trying to figure stuff out, because my level is not as great as it could be. But I developed other things by learning on my own, which help a lot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Whatever has to do with traditional heavy metal, extreme metal like black metal, death metal, technical death metal, it's a lot, and it's very interesting to discover that music. Especially technical death metal, where you hear people growling and talking about, I don't know, dead nightmares or whatever, but the music is super technical, it's super fun to listen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun, it's interesting.
Have you ever played live?
Unfortunately, no. And that's my goal. I want to do that. I want to create something, but I don't want to do it on my own. I like the band feeling. I have been in bands, but we didn't make it to a live show because we didn't have the chemistry to create something on our own. It was fun. We had rehearsals. I loved it, but when you don't have the chemistry and you can't create something as a unit, then it dies down. But I want to create a live band just for the music I make as Dimi Kaye. That's one of my goals in the future.
I would love to see that touring the world.
I would love to play like that and meet all of you guys. That's the thing that I'm missing. You guys can have synthwave shows, meet each other, get together, and I'm envious in a good way. I want to do that at some point. It's not like, oh, look at these guys. It's like, I like that the community is getting together and they meet each other. And I would like to be part of that too, at some point.
Yeah. If I have to get the Rad Pack out to Greece, we'll do it. If that's how we have to see you.
Yeah.
We have a bucket list going of cities. So.
For sure. I think that if live shows start happening again, I'll try to be in London, because I know many are happening in London. Maybe in Finland, if they do again the show they did, the event. I don't remember the name now.
Helsinki Synth City Festival, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Finland is definitely on the Rad Pack bucket list, for sure.
Yeah. And it has great producers too.
Cool. Well, what about live stream concerts?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm thinking about it. I pretty much made all the preparations that I need to be able to stream. Now I need to make the tracks available to play some parts on the guitar, maybe some parts on synth, which is another process entirely. It's a good idea and I might try it. Or I'll maybe create a video of a live show playing like 6, 7, 8 tracks one after another without cuts, for starters. See how that goes and we'll see.
That would be cool. I know that Starfarer puts on Synth Valley Streamfest like once a month, but it's at 6 p.m. Pacific time, meaning it's like 3 a.m. for you when it starts.
Yeah.
But he said he's going to keep doing it as long as he keeps getting acts and he keeps getting people's videos. So
yeah,
if you want to send him one.
Of course, if I make something, I will. That's for sure. And I think that's a great thing that happened in this whole situation we were living in and still live. That artists try to find a new way to get in touch with their audience instead of just posting stuff on Twitter or whatever. They made shows. I happened to watch some, I discovered on Facebook, which I don't use anymore, rarely use it, a group that uploaded music and live shows from their bedrooms from goth acts, post-punk and new wave, and it was amazing.
Oh, wow.
It was beautiful, yeah. It doesn't matter if you are with them, you can see them perform and discover their music that way. You connect better, I think, when you see the person.
see all the business ins and out of music. It's like people come in with their musical talent, but they also have to know all this other crap.
Yes, yes, and that's sad because I like all that crap. I enjoy it. I like promoting and sharing whatever, not as much, but in a healthy amount. But I know many of my friends hate it. They make amazing music, but they cannot promote it or do the extra legwork. And it's sad, unfortunately. And I know that labels need you to first have an audience first together with the music. They expect an audience. And that's
right.
Yeah, not that great.
Are you looking for a label?
Nope. I don't care about a label, and if I do, it will have to first of all, I would have to be in a proper level to have a label, and then they would have to offer me something proper on their own. And I don't mean money. I need they would have to have a bigger audience for me to share my music and my rights with them. I would have to get my music in front of a way bigger audience than I can get on my own through the years. Now I'm fine. I feel okay. I don't need to do it. Yeah, it would have to be a huge label. And to get a huge label, I would have to have the proper music for them too. So maybe not just yet, maybe in the future.
So you've done a lot of collabs. Like people are calling on you for your guitar work. Are there any collabs that you haven't done yet that you would like to do? Like an artist you would like to collab with?
Yeah, but it's first of all, I like working with people. I love it. It felt like doing rehearsals with my friends back when I was in a band. I like the collaboration. So whatever comes my way, if it's a person and the music is great and the person is also great, I will love to do it. I don't have a specific artist that I need to, because I discovered that in synthwave opportunities happen without you expecting them. So I like to let that happen on its own. The artist that I would like to sing for me is actually a Greek artist that was a huge name back in the 90s. Like he was a singer in the 90s and he was a huge name, but he's not doing pop anymore. He's doing hardstyle. So I don't think that I'll have the chance to do it with him. His name is Michalis Rakidis. But that's fun. That's because I loved his music when I was young. On the other hand, from the synthwave scene or whatever, things are happening, and I feel that I don't need to ask for more. Whatever happens, it will happen.
Gotcha. You got enough happening on its own.
Yeah, things are moving, and I like the way that they're moving.
That's great, though. You've always been so open to collabs.
Yeah. My reason not to collab is because I don't have time. That's pretty much it. If I like the music, I'll try to find time to do it. But recently, for example, I have so many things going on, so probably I'll have to say no to stuff. But it's a good problem. That's a good problem to have. Yeah, to have work. That's a great problem.
Yeah, I'm going to be having Jacket on next week.
Ooh,
nice. I needed a track on his new album.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll play that next week.
I like his work, and I like how he's doing stuff.
Yeah. No, he's great. I'm excited about his album. And it was so sweet of you to release on Thursday because you knew he was releasing on Friday.
Yeah. And Turbo Night also had a release on Friday, if I remember correctly. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that EP for me, I know the thing. I don't know which EP is it, but the album that Jacket releases is like his debut album. And we are in a group with Shadowrunner and other guys, and we have talked and we talk all the time, and they are great. And I felt that let's push his stuff too. I can have my stuff a bit earlier. I don't care. If people need to discover it, have to discover it earlier, or if they take their time, it's okay. But his is his first debut. He needs to see that things can happen in synthwave, and maybe to push him to do more in the future, and not him, everyone else. Because if you put your head into it and you try to do stuff and do all the time, you will get somewhere.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be different for him though, because he was already on the scene as half of Tom Selleck?
Different? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, this isn't his first experience with the scene. He's got a lot of fans, hopefully, and hopefully those fans will discover his album.
Yeah, that's the thing, that many fans may not know who he was before. That's a new name. And he needs to start from the beginning again. That's why I don't want, if I make something, I don't want to create a different name. Because you start from zero again. And I don't have the patience to do it all that again.
Gotcha. You know, when I first heard the released tracks on Soulkiller, the 2 tracks you released were synth tracks, and I thought you were giving us another album where you wanted to just be a synth producer, which is unusual. But then the rest of the album came out, and it's got all this metal guitar on it. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is Dimi Kaye.
Oh no, I don't want to be anything actually. I like doing and releasing whatever I like. I think that's the mentality that we can afford being indie artists and without a label and without a huge audience behind us. I want to do a post-punk new wave album in the future. I'll do that. I want to create a synth album with ballads and vocals, and I already know the title of the EP actually, not album.
Really?
It will be called Songs for the Broken Hearted.
Oh.
It will be ballads. It will have lyrics, it will have songs. I want to create whatever I like to hear. It doesn't matter if it will have guitar, if it will be only synth. What I'd like to do is try for the songs to be coherent and have the one to lead to the other. That's what I try to have, yeah. And I like concepts. So I won't have, for example, a ballad and then a heavy metal-inspired track and maybe then a prog rock track. I won't do that. But if I want to create something that has prog rock elements, then I'll do it.
Gotcha. In its own release?
Yeah, either as a single or maybe if I make a couple of them like an EP, something like that.
That'd be cool. Ballads, though, I really am a fan of synth ballads, especially if they have guitar in them. One of my favorite songs of all time is Joe Satriani's Always With Me, Always With You from Surfing with the Alien, 1987.
Yeah,
Just totally instrumental. Like one of the best ballads that's ever been written. Are you going to have instrumental ballads on there too? Or are you trying to get singers on all those tracks?
Yeah, at the moment I have 2 or 3 ideas that are about like 70% ready with some lyrics on them, and I might have 1 or 2 more. I'll flesh them out, pitch them to friends who can sing. One of them, for example, is System Glitch. If he finds the time, I'll have him. I'd love to have him.
Ooh.
And then we'll see. But there are stuff that I don't release because I need them to be in a proper way. Some stuff needs singers. They won't be released as instrumentals. Some stuff can be instrumentals only. Yeah, for sure. If there are a couple of them and they fit together as an EP, I'll release them. I like to think ahead because I get bored a bit if I try to focus only on one thing. So I need to do several stuff together. One day I'll create a ballad, the next one I'll create a dark synth track. The other day I'll create something completely different. If I have many ideas that fit together, I'll release them.
I like that idea. I like that. People don't understand, like, how you just finished an album. How can you already be talking about the next 2 albums? Like, well, they don't come together in succession. They come together at the same time.
And because most of the tracks are pretty much there. And at the same time, I have collaborations coming out. And again, my mentality is this: keep yourself active and working as much as you can. I might not release music on my own. This is my second this year, my second EP. But I have collaborations coming out. I have something to share. I have something to show. I have friends that I can promote. And I like that. I like sharing, working on stuff, helping my friends, having fun with my friends, discovering new people from you guys. That's my idea, my thing. I'm a fan first, and then a producer or guitarist.
Okay, so now for our more dreadful sacrifices.
Do you ever go through like periods of downtime where you're not writing music, maybe not feeling as creative, or do you manage to keep that up just constantly?
All the time. What helps is practice every day. It doesn't matter if I create something. I have my guitar, I will practice my guitar on my guitar, exercises or maybe chords or whatever, something that I don't know or I'm not good at. If I have no will to practice on my guitar, I'll watch production videos on YouTube. And if I don't have the will to do that neither, I'll stay and play video games or watch movies and do no music at all. And of course, it happens to everyone all the time. It helps me when I work for the music of other people because I have a deadline and I work well under a deadline. It pushes me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like lighting a fire under me.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, you've really made a name for yourself in the scene. Like we're very used to seeing your name attached to other people's work, adding to it, and it helps us pay attention to those new people.
That's good. That's the best thing. And in my opinion, this scene, I love it so much because of its people, but because they help everyone, no matter who they are. You can be a newcomer, have only a single out, and you guys, for example, will share, will promote it on social, will suggest it to your friends. And I love that because it makes new artists feel that they can do this and they can be heard as their music and as people, for example, which is a great feeling, in my opinion.
I agree, absolutely. But of course, there's been talk in the scene about the quality of the music in the scene as a whole seems to be declining. Have you noticed that?
I disagree completely. I don't care about that. I watched an interview from someone, I think, I don't remember who, producer, and he said like Instagram was like that back in the day, like everyone will become a photographer, but what it eventually happened was that the good photos came on top. I think it's the same thing with synthwave music. Yeah, you can have whoever doing stuff and creating music and releasing. The good music will come on top. It will be discovered eventually, in my opinion. And I like when people discover the music and they come and they want to be creative. I don't care if their music is good or bad. It doesn't affect me at all. Our audience is the world. We're not like in our little village with like a few bands and a few artists and each other is trying to destroy the other or whatever. And they compete for like a stage on one night and €50 or I don't know. We have the whole world. the place is open for everyone. If you discover an audience and if someone discovers you, that's great. Have fun, be creative, and that's it. For the level or the quality, I think that the good things will come on top eventually. And synthwave is not dead. It's the opposite of that. It's becoming popular. Maybe slowly, but it does. In my opinion, always, yeah?
Absolutely.
Later this day, I watched a video from a Greek, is it like a university, like where you pay to learn production, for example, yeah? Music production for I don't know how many months. And they are known, and they had a video where their producer did a synthwave track. He created a synthwave track and taught his students how to do it. In Greece, in a small country like ours, where there aren't many people and not our mainstream is trap music, for example. When you see people enjoying synthwave and discovering it, that means a lot. That to me says that, my dude, your genre, your style, synthwave, is finding new audience. And I think that happens in other countries too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the fact that it inspires other people to be creative has its own value. And maybe they won't stick with synthwave, but they're finding out that music production, could be their thing. They have a little potential.
Yeah.
Build it up.
Look, I think it's also, the scene is also developing character. Because, you might not have the skills at the moment, but if you have the willingness to learn and you have a scene that is accepting and can show you things or suggest things and they're not like bickering, then you might feel, I need to work on this. I need to try more. I need to learn how to do this. Maybe their next release is better. The third or fourth will be even better. And now you see an artist developing and they might become a great artist in the future. And we can say that, this is a guy I knew and I have talked with them, for example. And there are the other producers that they think they have the skills, but they don't take criticism. And mostly in synthwave, the criticism comes from a good place, if the criticism comes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they might feel, they told me that this is not good and this is not good. I don't care about it. I'm stopping. So,
I hope that's not the case. I mean, goodness, everybody understands that music takes practice.
Well, do they? Do everyone understand that? Then, I don't know. I think most of them understand it. Most of them understand, and they have the patience to do it.
Yeah, patience is a big key.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad to get your thoughts on this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like to share. Mm-hmm. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been around longer than I have, at least.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We are in the same scene. We enjoy the same music. We're having fun. Yeah, that's all. First of all, the scene is fun.
I'm not entirely comfortable giving criticism to people.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a musician. And I feel like other eyes on me are kind of expecting me to say something. Like, I don't say negative things publicly about people's music. I just don't. I'm not going to start.
You are a fan, and your opinion maybe matters even more than a producer's opinion. Yes, I wouldn't go about sharing online my thoughts about the music of a person, of an artist. If they ask me for my opinion, I will tell them. If they don't, I won't. I either listen to the music and enjoy it, or I listen to the music and then forget it. But if someone asks you, I think maybe you are the better person to reply, because you understand what makes a good song as a fan. And I try to do that too. Yeah. I try to be a fan first and then a producer or a guitarist or whatever. I like to see, what do I like about the song? This. What do I think might need some work? This. I almost never give an opinion on production, on mixing, because I'm not that great at it. I give opinion on how the track feels. What do I get from the track? Does it feel long? Does it feel the perfect time? Do I like the vocals? Do I like the lyrics? Whatever. Yeah, as a fan. I try to do it as a fan. And I think you can do it too, but maybe not publicly, because you can create drama, and I don't know if you enjoy drama, but I try to stay away from it.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you were able to be my guest today and sharing your thoughts and everything. We love you. We absolutely love you. You're one of Nightride's favorites.
Thank you for having me, Kaarin. And I love you too, guys. You're amazing. Keep keep supporting synthwave.
Well, thank you for joining me tonight, Dimi.
Thank you for having me, Kaarin. Thank you so much.
We really love the new album, Soulkiller. And we're going to play out with one of my favorite tracks, Nightmare City.
Ooh.
Thank you for this, and thank you everybody for listening and dropping into the chats. So my guest, Dimi Kaye, and my name is Kaarin Zoe Lee. You've been listening to Nightride FM. And have a good night, everyone. Here's Nightmare City.